Congratulations on the victory. What are your initial thoughts after getting back into the win column with a violent performance like that?
Thank you. Yeah, just a lot of emotions right now. As I said in some of the previous interviews, lots of ups and downs in this game, and just trying to stay grounded when you have the bad time, and trying to stay grounded when you have the good time. Take it one day at a time, one victory, one loss at a time, and just enjoy the moment. That's all we got. Just a moment in time. Tomorrow, we don't know what's going to happen. Yesterday doesn't exist. Never happened. May have happened. We don't know, but all we got is right now.
Is this thought process? Is this something new after your last loss, or is this something you've always had? Or
I mean, I had it, but sometimes you just forget. You get wrapped up in thinking, oh, I got to plan out this, I got to plan out that. How am I gonna, after the last fight, they were telling me, people around me, some people around me were telling me, this is your time. This is your time to shine. You're coming out, breaking top 15, top 10. We're going for the belt, and these are big words. I take my dreams and my steps one at a time. Some people came at me and being like, oh, so I fought one fight. The second fight, they start talking to me about the belt. Those are big things. Being a champion in this is the bigger than the sport. Itself. The mixed martial arts, the UFC is bigger. It's bigger than all of that. You can't take those words lightly, and they played with me, and it kind of, it didn't work out for me the last fight, so I had to reset and rethink some things and get back on the track with my winning mindset, with my winning attitude, and come and take everything from whoever is in front of me. That's just, it has to be that way. It's unfortunate, but you got it. If you don't take everything from him, he sure will take everything from you. So,
in the past, we've heard, especially young fighters, when they stumble the first time, they have their first loss, they cut a lot of people out because everyone follows them around. I think Ryan Spann used hanger-ons. Like they're around when you're winning, and then when you lose, they kind of disappear. Was there a lot of that in your life too?
Yeah, I mean, when I first got into the UFC, that started happening, and girls that didn't like me started to like me. Guys that didn't like me started to like me. Not in a weird way, but not in, just, But yeah, there's been all kinds of people coming out of nowhere. But this is normal. Not in UFC. This is in every sport. And when things are good, that's the time when you need to tell yourself, okay, this is gonna pass. When things are bad, then you remind yourself again, okay, this is gonna pass. And no matter how good or bad it comes, it's gonna, somebody just got knocked up. Oh, no.
Someone got dropped.
Yeah, he's good. All right. Yeah, when things are good, stay grounded. When things are bad, stay grounded. We keep grinding. We keep going. Keep going forward. I'm gonna go back to gym next week, and let's go get another fight. And this is the prime time. These are the years. I'm never getting back this time. I'm never getting back the time that I missed out on spending with my family in Serbia. I'm here right now. I'm gonna make the best of it. I'm in love with the sport. I'm in love with this company, and I fucking love everything about it. So I had some doubts. I sure did. Everybody go through that. I mean, everybody. I have people around me in my team that, that came up, went through their losses, and went through their defeats and wins and everything. And I've spoke to all of them. I spoke to Marvin, spoke to Benny, spoke to, a lot of guys, Calvin, a lot of guys in the gym that have been in the company for a long time and that have been through all kinds of ups and downs. So those are the people that also help me stay grounded. It's no biggie. We knock this guy out, we go knock another guy out and another guy out, and then maybe take a week or two off, 3, just take a deep breath. Okay, I can enjoy a little bit of time. Because you see these guys, Marvin attacked the belt twice. He's in the gym day and night. That guy's crazy. He's going to have the belt. I have no doubts about it. Benny, too. He breaks his leg. He's going to gym. We have to kick him out of the gym. Like, bro, you're going to break your leg again. Take your time, But no, that's why I came to stay with these guys. Like, I want a piece of that. I want a piece of that mindset. I want a piece of that work ethic. I want to build myself the way they built themselves, and I want to be a part of that team and be the best. Just be the best that I can. So whether or not I'm going to be a champion, whether or not I'm going to, do this or that, become a legend of the sport. I can't care less, but I'm here to be the best that I can possibly be as a human being, as a competitor, as an athlete. The kids look up to, that people look up to, be like, oh, this guy is a good guy, So I like that. That's what drives me,
Looking at this fight specifically, a lot of people online and even the commentators were saying, like, you looked more controlled, you looked more patient, you weren't rushing out there like your last fight. Was that part of the game plan entering this one?
It wasn't so much part of a game plan as much as it's part of my controlling my mindset for a second. Stop, take a breath. Like, we got 15 minutes to fight and the minutes in between the rounds. So we got a lot of fight, and I cannot be jumping around doing high energy stuff that's not going to get me anywhere within the first 15, 20, 30 seconds, because, it's not a bar fight. That's the thing. This is what we train for. That's why we need to be, levels and levels above all of that. So I wanted to try to stay as calm as possible, and I did lose my, shit a couple times, but I came back, reassess, take a deep breath, let's go.
Well, it seems like your camp specifically, like you said, you have to kick people out of the gym. They train so much, so I'm sure you're going to get back right
Yes.
quickly. When would you like it? How quick of a turnaround would you like?
I don't know. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to enjoy today's day. It's been a long time. I've had a long camp. I had injuries. I wanted to come back and fight. As soon as I lost my last fight, I called the manager. I said, hey, listen, I want to go back right away. And no. He said, take your time, take a deep breath. You don't want to go rush in, make more mistakes, and then being in a whole different world of troubles. So I did that, then I went back to training, and then I hurt my ribs, then I hurt my elbow, and then it's just things, and I'm not gonna sit here and tell you guys how camps are hard and how people get hurt. This is normal. That's, if that's not happening, then you might be doing something wrong, because if you're training hard, the chances that you're gonna hurt yourself are pretty big, Maybe not significantly hurt yourself, like break your leg or something, but those things happen. And then it happened to me, so I had to take some time off. And, you just start getting riled up, take a fight, and then my ribs get hurt. And I can't even go to the gym. All I've been doing is bike to stay in shape, then an elbow. So it's normal, it happens. But that's another moment where you got to remind yourself, stay grounded, it's going to pass. And then now we're here.
And finally, one more. When you say Benny, do you mean Beneil Dariush?
Yes. I call him Benny.
Right.
Yes.
He's been tied to that fight with Islam for a while. Like, how do you think he would perform against Islam? A lot of people think Islam is the inevitable champion of the lightweight division.
I think Benny beats him. Benny's jiu-jitsu is very underrated. Benny's wrestling is off the charts. Benny's striking is very, very good. And the best thing about it, he's had so much experience. He's been through a lot. Ups and downs, wins and losses, knockouts one way, knockouts the other way. So I'm with my boy. I think he goes all the way to the top. If anybody can bring Khabib back from retirement, I think Benny can do it. It might be funny, but this is a crazy sport. It's probably the most entertaining sport you can sit and watch, because within the 5 minutes of a round, you come to a moment 10 times around to jump out of your chair. Be like, what is happening? The other guy's getting knocked. The other guys. So
you think Beneil can get Khabib out of retirement?
I mean, listen, we all know Khabib retired. I say that as a joke, but if anything, Khabib comes, submits Makhachev, what's next? He's taking the belt. He can call out Khabib, and let's see what happens.
Uros,
Yes.
you continued your 100% finish rate.
Yes.
How important is that to you?
Not important at all. Like, I don't care about it. I don't think about it, but it's my style. It's how I fight. I'm not gonna depend on that, and it's not gonna, it's just a part of the hard training that we do, and it comes with big shots, big finishes, and unfortunately I had a finish that I lost too, but it's still 100% finish rate. It's funny, but it is, yeah. But no, it's as you come up in a competition, probably there's gonna be tougher guys that can. It's gonna be harder to finish, but yeah, I don't think it's that big of a deal. This is a sport where, it's normal to see the finishes, But yeah.
You recently signed with Dominance MMA.
Yes.
I just want to know what the decision was at and how it's going.
Yes, I certainly did. Ali is a great guy, and he's part of our, a lot of the guys from our gym is managed by Ali. So that's how I got to meet him, and we talked about it, and My previous manager is the person that I was saying that, he was telling me, oh, you could break top 15 in it after my second fight. And those are the things I didn't really feel comfortable with. And that the fight didn't work out our way, and there was a better opportunity, for me. And this is why I decided to sign with Dominance MMA. And it's the biggest, best management agency there is. These guys are, how many champions is there in Dominance MMA? I can't count all of them. Like, there's 20 in all of the promotions, in all of the fight games. So I'm very happy to be part of the team.
Who gave you your nickname, the Doctor?
Gosh, can I write it? Do you remember? It was part of the reason why my last name is Medic, and then it's spelled like medic. So people would, even once, like, I was in a bar and a bouncer looked at my ID and he's like, "You a doctor?" And I thought it was funny. Like, no wonder you're at the door doing a bouncer. It's in the last name, it says Medic. Like, how would you connect these things? But yeah, it's. And then the stoppages and a lot of these little things. It was just funny. It was Serbian Samurai, and then somebody said, "Oh, we should just be a doctor." There was a dentist in the UFC too, and now soon we're gonna have the whole team, like nurses, dentists, doctors. Like, let's do it.
Awesome. And finally, for me, man, you said you just want to stay in today. So how are you gonna celebrate this win?
Shoot, that's. I forgot. I wanted to say this, and I totally forgot in a post-fight interview. It's been almost 2 years that I've been in the UFC, and I haven't had a chance to try the holler head, and I really want to. And I was hoping Dana would send a bottle to our room so we can celebrate the victory. So I don't know where he's at, and if he can see this, and if somebody can arrange that, we'd love to try the holler head, and we'll definitely try to enjoy it. But I don't know. How's the weather outside? Can we get into a pool party or something? Like, I don't know what the... Yeah, we can? Okay, we'll see. We'll see what the day brings. For right now, I want to go relax first, take a deep breath, eat something good, some donuts or pizza or something, or pizza and donut together or whatever, But I'm pretty happy right now. That's all that matters.
I think the UFC needs to get you a bottle of Hollerhead immediate.
Yes, yeah, I think that would be a good idea. Take a couple of shots of Hollerhead. I heard great things about it, but I said, listen, I'm not going to go out there chasing the bottle. I want Dana or somebody from the team to send us either a signed bottle or just a bottle so we can taste it out and see how it tastes.
It's Vegas. You could find anything. And I bet if you sneak into the VIP lounge, I bet you could find some Howlerhead over there.
I bet, yeah.
Maybe this speaks to the maturation that you've had over the years. You mentioned earlier about how some of the stuff that your manager was saying and people were saying, and you let that get to you as for like what was next, and it maybe clouded you. We had a fighter in there earlier that said how he had to come to a realization that he needed to do MMA for himself and not for what anybody else was sort of saying to him. Did that same sort of process happen to you at that point as well?
I don't know. It just kind of threw me off. Like, I felt like I was being pushed forward, like faster than the steps that I was willing to take. Somebody like, go, you, and it's my time. This is my time. I'm gonna take a step by step how I can pace it and how I can pace myself, and I try to pick carefully my team and people around me that give me good energy and that I can trust. That I can. Like today with 4 of us were here. We have a nutritionist that's in the back in the hotel too, and I trust these people, and when we go together, we go to a battle. If they say do something, I do it. I go head through a wall. Fuck it. These guys, they're not gonna tell me something that I shouldn't. That's gonna screw me over. So this, I think, very important for all the fighters too. Is like pick very carefully because there's gonna be a lot of people around you. Maybe wishing you the best at the moment, or in a big picture overall, there might not be, your best friend. So I try to pick carefully, stick with my guys. I trust them. It's been a long time. I've started off in Alaska. My coach, Ryder, he's here right now. And how many years? 2016. I walked into gym. I said, "Hey, I'd like to start," and he said, "Come on over. Let's do it." And from that day, we've been friends. And he was my coach, and that's going to stay that way forever. I trust him with my life. I trust these guys. Julian is there, Vinicius is there. I have Master Cordero, Chase Your Dreams Performance. It's a Chase Chicos. There's a handful of guys. We kind of have a group. Same as with Marvin, with Giga Chikadze. Like, this is our group, you know. We stick with each other. We try to watch out for each other, watch out for each other's back, be loyal to each other, and bring each other's up. Because we face these defeats, you know. This is a tough man sport, and you're gonna run into a bad dude someday, and that bad dude might be 3 dudes in a row, you know. And you gotta pick yourself together. And sometimes you can't do it on your own, and that's when you need these people the most. Is like they need to know you well so they can put the puzzle back into place, you know. Because the puzzle will fall apart, and if you are just left by yourself trying to put it together, it might never happen. So that's where your team comes into play.
That's awesome. And this, I guess, kind of plays off that as well. You know, it's kind of a catch-22. You said you wanted to pick your moments. You want to take your time, know that you're prepared to go in there, but also pick the right ones. But you also mentioned you miss your family.
Yes.
You miss your time. How do you find balance? Because I can also tell you want to be in the gym with your teammates. You want to be supporting them. You want to be growing yourself, but you also realize that there's other parts of your life that might be lacking because of that. How do you find the balance to keep that all together and keep progressing while still not losing your mind in the process?
This is, my dad taught me this. In life, every lesson and every experience you're gonna have to pay somehow. You know, so whether you go to school and you're gonna pay with money for that school, whether you get your heart broken, you know, you're gonna pay with your feelings being hurt. Whether you get your ass beat because you said something you shouldn't, you know, you paid the price for whatever it is that you're doing, somehow you're going to pay for it. So I think for the life that I chose, the life that I live here right now and getting so far in this sport from nowhere really, and I didn't even train MMA when I was in Serbia, I think the price that I'm paying is being away from them. Thankfully, thank God they're healthy and happy and very happy for me to be able to be here. But I think this year I'll be able to go and spend time with them. And my brother was here thanks to the UFC too. My brother was here for 6 months. We had a blast. Like my last fight, I didn't care as much because he was there. It was amazing. I did train hard for the fight, you know, but I think the fact that he was there gave me some kind of comfort to go a little bit more loose in that fight and not really care so much about result and whatnot, which resulted in in my favor, you know. And so we didn't do that for this fight. We both agreed, like, listen, I need to train, I need to focus on this. We out here starting YouTube channels and doing bullshit. Like, I need to focus because I got one shot. Like, we'll fuck around with YouTube later. That's always gonna be there, you know, doing food review, donut stuff, you know. I'm always gonna be eating donuts, and so he's gonna be back. But right now, I need to focus on, you know, doing well in this sport. I really enjoy it. I have, as I said, sometimes I catch myself and having doubts, and then things come back together because I just keep training and keep doing the right thing.
Hopefully he doesn't feel like he's a jinx now.
No, he's not a jinx for sure. It's just, you know, it wasn't as easy to focus having him around. I loved having him around. He's my best friend. We do stuff together. We talk about everything. But this is, it's a very lonely sport, you know. You have to be comfortable with being lonely. Even if you have people around you, still have to find, you know, that focus and that tunnel vision to be able to, you know, willingly step in that cage with somebody who's going to try to kill you, pretty much.
Well, congrats on the victory. And if it helps, I saw Dana's social media guy carrying a bottle of Howler Head in earlier.
All right.
So maybe
right.
just DM Dana a bunch.
I will.
You get a little something, something.
Yes, I will. I sure will. Oh, there's one.
Oh,
Okay.
there it is.
Can I have it? I want to take a picture.
Can we get a
Thank
reaction?
You.
Can you
Look
take
at
a
that.
swig?
Woo! This one is signed.
Can you take a? Do you feel like
Yes,
taking a swig right now?
I sure can. Yeah. Let's do it. This is the first time. Okay. I wanted to do it in a post-fight interview, and I kept thinking about it. And but DC was way too good looking, and then I just kept paying attention to DC's clothing, and I'm like, DC, you be good looking here. Okay, this is. Oh, there it is. Yes. It's all good. All right. Hey, thank you. Whoever brought this right now, it's signed. This one is gonna go to the Serbia. I'm gonna, after I drink and finish the bottle, It's gonna go to a bar in Serbia where I grew up. These are my guys. They usually get together. I mean, hours there, like post after midnight. They close the bar down, and it's like 50 to 100 of them. So this bottle I'm gonna send to them so they can put it on the shelf with all the other special bottles they got there. But anyways, cheers, guys. Wow, that is really good.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Awesome. Thank you. We all good? Yeah. Thank you very much, guys.